slow. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, that's not the first slide. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna put you guys down so I can see it. All right. How you show up determines your success. Like literally in every aspect of being a coach, how you show up in your workouts, how you show up in life, how you show up in your stories and your posts, how you show up in invites, how you show up in the business, like literally every single aspect that determines your success is just showing up in that aspect. And like first, I'm going to talk about the workout. So showing up in your workouts, are you following a workout program? Are you drinking your shake? Are you making mindful decisions about your food? Are you getting the results? And are you being proof of the product and showing up on your social media? Like you have to show up in a way that's gonna like tell them about like how it's making you feel, like how are the results making you feel, non-scale victories. And that includes every single thing. Non-scale victories, I remember my very first one, my very first transformation was my hands.
Hold on. Someone's unmuted and it's like echoing. I think it's Miranda. Miranda, can you mute yourself real quick?
Oopsies.
Yeah, hold on.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, just like all of your non-scale victories, like talk about that, show up on your stories and talk about it, show up in your posts and talk about it. Like that's what people want to see is like how is it affecting you? How is it making you have more energy? How are you like literally you just have to show up as a challenger every single day and show up on your story, show up in your posts. Like it's don't think of it as a task, just think of it sharing it because it's helping you, it's making a difference in a lot in your life, showing up in your life. So share your journey and let them in. You have to talk about the struggles you go through, the hard days, the good days, talk about the goals you've reached and the goals you have, talk about your setbacks and every small win along the way. People just want to relate with you, they want to trust you, and you just have to talk to them like your best friends because honestly one day they might be your best friend. I watched Sarah for a year and now we're best friends and we're business partners. And it's so amazing. Like we have this whole team of girls now behind us and it was literally just us two in the beginning. And I don't know, like you just have to talk about that stuff. Like, how is it, like what is coaching doing in your life? So like the income is part of that, the physical results. I mean, every single part of my life that has changed is because of this coaching opportunity. And I would be so selfish not to share that with the world. So just find joy in like showing up through the hard. Like it's hard and like some days you don't want to do it. Like today, I've been having like the worst anxiety and like I have nothing to be anxious about, but I still just showed up through it. I still did my workout. I still got my team call presentation together and I'm showing up for you guys because you guys need this in your life. And like I would be selfish not to share that. You are what inspires someone to start their journey, not Beachbody. So that's why you need to share about yourself and what it's doing in your life, and literally share about your family, your kids, share about a Netflix show you watch, share about literally stuff outside of Beachbody, share about your friends, share about like trips you go on. Like don't let vacation stop you from showing up. Show up through the vacation and show that to people, like that you're still running your business while you're on vacation, because that's a perk about being a coach is that you can run your business anywhere and it takes 30 to 45 minutes. That's it. And then showing up in your business. You shouldn't feel like you're selling something. You should feel like you're sharing something you love and that you are passionate about and that is helping you. You have to have the energy. So that's why personal development is so vital in this. And that's why we do it at the very beginning of everyone, like all of our days, is because you cannot inspire people if you're not getting yourself inspired for the day. Like it's super hard. I mean, there's days that I still show up through it if I'm still not feeling inspired, but like when you're most inspired, show up on your social media. So if that's right after personal development, which most of the time it is, talk on your social media how personal development made you feel. Like people want to know like what you're doing, what's helping you, like what's working on your mindset, like whether that's listening to a podcast or reading a book, whatever it is, and show up with the energy behind it, like that you have passion for it. Like I took a big leap into my faith this past like 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm like so about it and I'm showing up with so much energy and I'm just like pouring it in to others and like it feels so good. I'm getting such good like support from my followers and everything. So even when it feels scary to do something, show up for it because you're passionate about it. And then showing up in your invites, mindset first. So you have to go into your invites with a positive mindset. Like I just said, that's why they say to do personal development first, right when you wake up. That's just, it sets the tone for your day and you fill your cup first. You can't pour from an empty cup. It's so cliche to say, but it's just like you showing up in your invites. You don't want to do something that you don't want to show up when you're feeling down because you're not gonna, it's gonna feel like you're just it's gonna feel like another job. It's not gonna feel like you're have passion for it. You're not going to feel the joy in inviting. Like you should feel joy when you're inviting people. You should like be so pumped up when you're inviting people, like, dang, like I feel so good to invite this girl who's struggling through postpartum, like, and talk to her about that. Be authentic. Don't just try to make a sale. Go into it wanting to get to know them and their goals, and don't be afraid to tell your story. That was what attracted me to Sarah the most, was that in every single message that she sent me, she would like relate with me and talk to me about her story and what she struggled with. And it just like, she opened up to me. So it made me open up to her. And then eventually a year later, I was like, why would I not join this girl? Like she is so like uplifting. She's always commenting on my pictures, sliding up my stories, just the sweetest person. And I'm just so glad that I finally decided to join. But yeah, just be authentic and be you in your invites, because like, I don't know, like not everybody, like I do like the script inviting and I know Sarah does too, but we are authentic in it. We change it in a way that like sounds like us, and we like thoroughly like want to help change people's lives, and we really want to add women to our team to like experience this like life-changing coaching opportunity. So like we do it in an authentic way. Don't just send a script that doesn't sound anything like you, or like you like there's just no like passion behind it, like it does, I don't know. Do it in a way that's authentic. And then showing up on your stories and posts, this is so important, because this is how people get to know you. This is how people get to see who you are. This is your creativity, your style, your values, your brand. I put little like graphics of like my like style, my brand, like things I love. So obviously my family, my faith, my fitness, my mindset, and I love music and I love to dance. And I always talk about this. I probably talk about every single one of those things every single day, because that's my life and I love sharing about it and I love getting to talk about it. I love getting to relate with people. And that's how I make connections too, is because I have people that just talk, like slide up on my stuff about maybe my kid being crazy, putting underwear around her neck. And they're like, oh my gosh, mine loves underwear too. Like it's hilarious. Like, and you just get to connect with people. And also like telling like the coaching part, like telling part of your story at least once a week. So that's like what's going to like attract people and get people to like trust you, is telling your story and being open, just like Sarah was with me. But do that in your posts and in your stories at least once a week. If I do it probably like at least every day in my story, and maybe like 3 to 4 times a week, like in a post, like I'm always just telling a part of my story. And it's so important. And talk to the Raven, or talk to the Sarah, talk to the JC, talk to the Hannah you were before coaching. So when you're making like a post, like talk to the Raven before coaching, like how were you feeling before coaching? Like, were you overweight, or were you underweight, or were you like not confident, which a lot of us weren't when we started this. That's why we started it. Were you not making like an income, which I wasn't. So that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to be able to work from home. I wanted to be able to stay at home with my baby, which I'm still not exactly there yet, but I know I'm so freaking close and I can't wait for that. But what has coaching done for you? And like, there's so many things that you can talk about that coaching has done for you. I mean, for me, it's literally changed every single aspect in my life, whether that's being a fiance, being a mother, being a friend. Like, I literally like I've just completely changed in my values and my opinion, like just everything. And that's what life is about. People are so afraid of change, but change is a good thing. You should always be changing. You should always be like trying to be better. You should always aim to do like different things. Like, don't let people's opinions bother you, and don't let like the way you show up on your social media or like being a coach determine your success, because you guys can show up, you guys can be yourselves on social media. If there's people that unfollow you, or if there's people that make mean remarks, block them. Don't let them follow you. Like, there's gonna be people that don't like you, especially when you start to voice your opinions about things and start actually becoming yourself and feeling comfortable that you can just do whatever you want on your social media. Because I finally feel that way, and it feels so damn good. And so yeah, just show up and be you. That's pretty much the end of my spiel. But that's it.
Literally incredible. I think I was writing the whole time. Seriously, I'm like, I'm trying to finish.
Oh my gosh. I